Hello, good day. Welcome to Newspaper Review on Niger Watch. How are you doing? It's a beautiful Monday morning, and I am delighted to be here. Are you? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to our Niger Watch family across the globe. How are you? What's happening? Yes, guys, come into the studio and let's talk. But don't forget how we do it over here. Say good morning to me, good afternoon, or good evening in your language. Come on, today is the Monday language. Yes, Monday language. Let's learn something today. Let's teach it each other. So my place, you already know that I say Messere to you. So Messere, Abadie, welcome to this broadcast. How are you? What is happening at your end? I would like to know. If you're just joining in, you know what to do. Please do well to like the broadcast, share, and invite someone onto the broadcast. Yes, please like this broadcast as you come in, share, and invite someone onto the broadcast. Do well to turn on your notification bell and yes, turn on your notification bell. Yes, turn on your notification bell. So for every time we go live, you will be notified. Guys, we are back this week. All of our lineup, our programs are back and promises to be better. Yes, we are rendering better services this week, so you don't want to miss out on any of our programs. Mr. Pansa, beautiful morning to you. How are you doing, sir?
Hello, Emma. You look
Yes, Mr.
wonderful.
Panset.
Looks
Thank
like
you very much, Mr. Panset.
you had a great weekend. Everything was good.
I had so much fun during the weekend. Goodness gracious.
Awesome, awesome. You look picture perfect. So I'll let you get on with your show.
All right. But before you let me get on with my show, this is Monday language. How do we say good morning in your language?
Otutoma Abadie.
What? Do,
It's
what do I
Igbo.
respond?
Okay. Wow. I really, it can be anything actually. You could
Mr.
say,
Pastor, that's not an answer.
it's Igbo now. I guess you can say morning. Nobody's gonna quarrel with you on that. Say good morning. Hey,
All
Chooks,
right, Mr.
save me.
Pastor.
Help me out, Chooks.
Esalachi.
Oh, there it is. Salachi. That's it. Perfect. Now,
All
what's the
right, thank you
response
for
to that?
that. Mr. Chooks? Mr. Chooks, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. Good morning.
Okay, so when I say Otutuoma to you, what's the response?
It's December Totoma.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
You
okay,
know, like
okay,
they said good morning, say morning.
okay.
Like, Salachi is actually perfect for response
Yeah,
from that.
that's the general Igbo, Esalachi. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so very much, gentlemen. It's amazing to have the both of you on the broadcast this morning. Welcome once again. Brother Nice, beautiful morning to you, sir. How are you doing today?
Yeah, beautiful morning. Good morning to you.
Brother Nice, say something to me, your language.
Okay. Bonjour. Ça va?
Oh, bonjour, ça va bien, merci.
Yeah, you got the
You
Wow.
see,
reply.
I didn't fall my father's hand. I actually
Do you
went to a French speaking school or a French, I attended school in a French speaking country. So that one is easy to do.
do you know that I speak French fluently?
Oh, I didn't know. Well, someday, I just might take you on your French, right?
All right. Yeah.
All right, Brother Nice. Thank you for being here. Thank you so very much. Those in the comment section, you know I want to hear from you. Say something to me in your language, but also tell me what to respond, right? Welcome to the broadcast once again. Chooks, I see you right here. Isialachi. Okay. Thank you for that, Chooks. Tony South, beautiful morning to you too, my brother. Thank you for being here, and I greet you right back. I greet each and every one of you watching this broadcast. Welcome to this broadcast. Welcome to Newspaper Review, and Niger Watch. Welcome you. Thank you for being here. Please do well to like this broadcast, share, invite someone onto the broadcast. Come on into the comment section. Let's talk. Also, click to the dollar sign to the right in the comment section to support Naija Watch. Yes, guys, please do so. Thank you so very much for being here. We have a breaking news this morning. Yes, we have a breaking news this morning, so we'll be taking that one first. I don't know if this is supposed to come off as any kind of surprise, but there we have it. Federal government orders VCs to reopen varsities and commence lectures. Yeah, federal government orders. The federal government, through the National Universities Commission, NUC, has ordered vice chancellors to reopen schools and allow students resume lectures. This was made known in the letter signed by the Director of Finance and Accounts of the NUC, Sam Onazi, on behalf of the Executive Secretary of the Commission, Professor Abubakar Rashid. The letter was addressed to all vice chancellors, pro-chancellors, and chairmen of governing councils of federal universities. Well, most of the reaction to this, most of the people are saying amen to this order by the federal government. I don't know what we are going to make of. This is one of the most important sector in every nation, and if people are going to be ordered to do their job, if people are going to be commanded to do their job, I don't know how efficiently they are going to do the job. And I think we should be very worried at this point. Ordering them to do their job, I mean, the products of their job is going to tell in years to come. This repercussion is going to come in years to come. You know, if you're making a food and you don't do it well, you can tell immediately the food is ready because it's going to be nasty, it won't taste well, and you have the opportunity of making up another one or redeeming it. But this is one that we would see years later, 5 years later, 6, the kind of results we will have in our society from ordering lecturers to teach. I don't know how we'll begin to correct that, you know, in 5, 7 years to come. I don't know if this is the best way to go. I'll catch a reaction on this while we take all the stories. Our first paper today would be The Punch. All right. On The Punch, we have politics / insecurity, demand for bulletproof vehicles, special security gadgets surges. VIPs, politicians, others procure armored SUVs. Demand overwhelms dealers. Suppliers confirm increased demand. Sales experts worry over killings, kidnappings. Politicians' action show 2023 polls may not be violence-free. Pro-democracy groups. 37 firms get licenses to produce 762.3 megawatts. Police seize 123 oil vessels. Others begin prosecution. Nigeria's economy outlook uncertain, welfare worsening, and that's from World Bank. Muslim ticket. Tinubu Shetima frustrating reconciliation, says Lawal. 7 Lagos passengers burnt in crash. Firefighters attacked. Lagos Ibadan traffic. Police kidnappers exchange gunfire. Traveler rescued. Nigeria at 62. End ASUU strike now. Can tells federal government. Okay, while I take this news, I will also pick 1 or 2 things in the comment section. To those in the comment section, you know I have my eyes here. So react to this news by dropping your submissions. I will see them. Thank you very much. This first story here, police now. You know, there's something amazing. When the public begin to talk about something, you just all of a sudden you see progress or you see traffic in that area. Since Pengasen came out with some strong allegations of the oil theft and brought to the public what has been happening there. There seems to be a swift action. We tend to see security personnel, swinging into actions. And now the police has come out to say to seize 123 vessels. And now this they say they were tipped, and they took this 1 hour boat ride to this creek where they have it as Ruminiki. Yes, that's somewhere. Yes, Ruminiki. That's somewhere in Rivers. And they've seized a lot of things. They've seized actually a lot, from like 35,000 liters of PMS to this amount of crude, a whole lot. And they are coming out to say that, of course, they are still saying that the military and the citizens, the residents, are the ones helping these people to steal these things, and where they hide them out there. It is the residents, that knows all of these places, and it was someone that also tipped the police, and they're saying all ends should be on that. All ends should be on deck. You hear something, you say something. You see something, you say something. Well, I like to give kudos to the police when they do their job, or yes, when they do their job, because I don't know, when people don't do their job and they begin to do their job. Please, in a minute, my light to be restored, please. And they begin to do the needful. We tend to, not say anything, but kudos to the Nigerian police force, and hope that something will be done about it very, very soon. And then the other story on Nigeria's economic outlook, even World Bank, the world financiers, have come out to say that it's not looking good for Nigeria financially. Investors are scared. What is happening here is scaring foreign investors, and even local investors too are packing up. And they've said, put your home right, your security, everything should just be about right. While Nigeria is supposed to be a thriving ground for businesses, the situations right now would just not allow business to stand. And they are saying that the welfare of Nigerians, it's not looking any better. It's not looking any better. And a report or research has shown that even in the nearest future, if something is not done about it as quickly as possible, they are not sure how Nigerians, all right. Then the Muslim ticket, Lawal has come out to accuse APC. They've come out to accuse APC, saying that these ones are procuring their own bishops. What is APC not going to do? Well, over the weekend, PFN has come out to say that there is no such thing as Northern Group or Southern Northern Group of CAN, that they have no such thing, that PFN is PFN. They don't have Southern, Central, or Northern. So all these people parading themselves, they are just, they are made from, or they are made of, they are made by this APC. They are just trying to make it look like the Christians are divided amongst themselves. And they've come out to disown those bishops, to say they don't know those people that honored, or that he had a meeting with, that they had closed room for every kind of negotiation or peace talks with these people, as they keep their stand that they will forever say no to Muslim tickets. And they also went on to talk about those people, that if truly you're a bishop representing whatever zone that you are representing, and you are standing for these people or with these people, they have gone ahead to say, go and read about the likes of Ahithophel, go and read about the likes of Judas. The end is never right. The end is never good with these people. Wow, yes, that's it. And 7 Lagos passengers, over the weekend, there was an accident. This bus took a one-way, and it was on full speed, missed his, veered off the road, ran into this slab, and the vehicle was on fire. And it was on fire for quite some time. We are saying that 7 people got burnt in it. They got burnt. Well, they lost their lives. Sadly for that. People tried all they could. They called fire service. Now, the firefighters finally came, but they came late. And because of that, people, attacked them. Some were throwing stones, some were throwing water, but they were attacked. People were throwing things at them. And why they are coming out to say sometimes when they appear late at a scene, it is because they don't give way for them to pass in traffic. And, yes, when you're in traffic, you see vehicles contending the road with an ambulance that is blaring siren. That that should say that there is an emergency, because not all the time we have ambulance blaring siren. But when we do, we are supposed to give way to emergency trucks like this. Nigerians, let's do better. Let's do better. When you see the firefighters on the move, let's give way, because something is happening somewhere. When we see ambulance, let's give way. The only time you see Nigerians giving way are when you see bullion vans, and not just because the bullion vans, and because the security, of course, they are scaring people off the road. And yes, the way they drive, that one too is another thing. But we need to prioritize other things like ambulance and firefighters. Please, these people, they have injurances too. Well, that was what happened over the weekend. And on Lagos Ibadan traffic, so this vehicle was trying to avoid, the infamous Lagos Ibadan traffic, took a detour, and unfortunately, there were kidnappers waiting for them, because they know people would always want to avoid that traffic. And well, they were unfortunate to go through, and they came in contact with those people. And they were attacked. When they came in contact with these people, they left their vehicle, they ran away. But when they came back, when they assembled together, they realized that one person was missing. Of course, they couldn't go back to look for the person. They located the nearest police station, reported the incident to them, and the police swung into action, went back to that route, and the people were still there. The brazen nature of these people, I tell you, they were still there, and they engaged in gun duel with the kidnappers. The police and the kidnappers engaged in gun duel. They said that some of the kidnappers, were shot, were left with injuries, escaped with injuries, but they caught one person, and that's one Abubakar Muhammad. He was caught, he was arrested, and the kidnapper was, it was released. And again, kudos to the Nigerian police force. You guys are doing an amazing job, and thank you, and please keep it up. Well, that happened. And we hope the police get all the informations that they need, to curb these people. If we keep nipping these people one at a time, I believe strongly that it would reduce. And I hope it's not the kind of arrest and release that happens on presidential pardon, or you say they are repentant kidnappers. I really, really hope that we are done with things like that, releasing kidnappers, because these kidnappers are now threats. People are now scared. People are saving money for things. They are saving money for being kidnapped. So it is terrible. And I hope that the force will see these people as a threat to the nation that they are. And then the demand for bulletproof vehicles. Yes. You see this thing that we say, what goes around comes around, right? While these people, stay in their private cars or stay on their high horse, goodness gracious, they have now seen the need, or it's almost like their own life is even most at risk, right? Now that they say there's an all-time high demand for bulletproof vehicles and special security gadgets. Even the dealers are saying that it is too much, and this is just the reality, right? This is just the reality. And instead of demanding for bulletproof vehicles, when they demand for bulletproof vehicles, or when they purchase these vehicles, they don't get for their orderlies, they don't get for their security, they get for just themselves. They get for just themselves. Okay, so that's it about the demand for bulletproof vehicles. And I hope as they stay in their bulletproof vehicles, they use the vehicles to attend meetings where security threat or insecurity will be dealt with, will be discussed and dealt with. I hope, that's one of the things that they get to do, because how long are we going to, keep doing this? What happens to the fate of the Nigerian that cannot afford a bulletproof vehicle. And on Nigeria 62, well, as every other person has been saying, so also as Khan also said to the federal government again, end ASUU strike now. And it looks like the federal government has finally done that by ordering them to go and resume schools. We'll move to the next paper, and that's Daily Trust. Nigeria must have national dream and identity, that's Obasanjo. Says country needs unifier to address current disunity. Nigeria's future will be great, and that's from Osibanjo. Leadership quality declining, recruitment process faulty, that's from Agbakugba Jega. Don't get carried away by propaganda, and that's from Okonjo Iweala. And need I to say that these people were at the just concluded United Nations General Assembly, that's Obasanjo, and they made a couple of points, talking about the need for us to have national dream identity and also the place of power. That for Nigeria to thrive and grow, talking about power in this dispensation is actually just shows how backward we are. We are still talking about power. By power, I mean light, like literally lights, power supply, lights. It's still a problem in Nigeria. Nigerians are spending billions on electricity. The survey we took last week shows that monthly, in 3 months, in every three months, Nigerians pay billions for electricity, and electricity is still as epileptic as ever still in Nigeria. Despite high external reserve, forex pressure remains as MPC meets today. August revenue drops by 280 billion naira as FG states local governments share 673.137 billion naira. Army produces pamphlets to guide officers on elections. The pictorial news there says some youths pushing a car trapped in a flooded road along today Idiagon Way in Jabi, Abuja yesterday. When it is flood time like this, Nigerians lose properties. I read a man crying out saying that he had all the fancy cars, I tell you, in the world. He had G-Wagon, he had Jaguar, he had Rolls Royce, and he said everything got destroyed in the flood. Let's quickly take this paper so we can jump into our submissions. Wike's scam plots for Mimiko to replace ASUU in last-ditch efforts to get embattled national chair out. IYC fingers military in crude oil theft, tax EFCC to probe officers' bank accounts. 2023, don't vote for leaders who will kill you, Jonathan warns Nigerians. Muslim tickets, PFN disowns bishops for holding meeting with Tinubu. 2023, we are consulting for pan-Nigerian platform, Dogara. Osun Tribunal begins sitting as Oyetola PDP express confidence in judiciary. Abacha's $23 million loot. FG sued over failure to publish agreement with US, and that's Serap. Senate PDP sets for showdown over INEC nominees. Bauchi bans female students from studying with male in same classrooms. Obasanjo Okonjo Iweala push for increased investment in electricity. Yeah, we just took the story on Obasanjo Okonjo Iweala at their talk at the UNGA. They hit the need for us to have stable electricity for a nation to grow, for national growth to happen. We need to have stable electricity, at least to an extent in today's world. And taking this last story, when I saw this initial, I was like, Bauchi bans female students. I'm like, should that even be a thing? Should people not? I mean, we are talking about secondary school level. Are they not? Why are they doing that? But I think, okay, so they say that these children, the students are getting distracted, that they are getting involved in sexual activities, and that it has even gone to the point where they are even marrying each other in secondary school. And they say no, that school, you are supposed to come and learn, not come and fall in love or engage in sexual activities. And in a way to curb that and not to jeopardize the whole reason for education, they are trying so strongly to make education be a thing in the north. So when you come, you have to be there, you have to be prepared, you have to actually come to school to be schooled, and that should not be an avenue or a meeting point for lovers. And they've gone on ahead to separate the ladies from the girls from the boys in the classroom, saying no more meeting together, no more sitting together to take lectures, but they can come together for other extracurriculum activities like the sports, and all of those. And I think that anything to make sure that you concentrate, then that's a good one. What other story here? We've taken the Muslim. Now we've come to know that the APC has. So APC have their bishops. Oh, goodness gracious. Yes, Jonathan said something very profound at the United Nations General Assembly, where he spoke to the Nigerians and to the Nigerian youth, saying that anybody who uses gun, don't vote for the ones who will kill you. Don't vote for the ones who use guns on you. Yes. He said anyone that uses gun on you, when they come into power, they'll keep using that gun on you. And that was actually very profound. That was a direct message. And he that has a ears is supposed to hear, right? And I hope that the good people of Nigeria would take that fatherly advice and run with it. Wike's camp plots for Mimiko to replace Ayu. Yeah, the story has it that this is going to be Wike's last effort, and so Wike, Otom, Makinde, they're all likely to be in Europe to strategize, how to unseat this man and bring in this other person. That's for what's happening in the PDP. And that's about our story, our newspaper review for today. Thank you. All right, if you're just joining in, welcome to newspaper review on Niger Watch. Please do well to like this broadcast, share, invite someone onto the broadcast. And to everybody in the comment section, thank you for being here. Michael Okere, Mommy Diaspora, thank you to each and every one of you. Mr. Pansat.
Yes, good morning, good day, Emma, Chooks, Obi.
Let's take your. I agree with you.
Okay.
Let's take your reaction on these findings to know that PFN has come out to say the bishops that met with Tinubu, they are not indeed bishops. They are not recognized as bishops under the PFN, as PFN does not have anything like northern PFN or southern PFN, that these people are not under them, that it's a disguise, and this is just a propaganda by the APC.
Okay, yeah, thank you again, Mr. Kennedy, Brother Nice, and Mr. Prince Collins, and our chatters over there in the chat room. Look, the APC, they have no respect, especially Mr. Tinubu. So you expect those kind of activity. They think that the bishops are divided. They already rented bishops before with impunity, so nothing happened to them after they did that. So they're doing the same thing, trying to create divisions. These are people who create divisions in a society in order to move on. But no, this Christian, this Muslim ticket, it's not something they're gonna be able to wiggle out of, okay? Because the northern Muslims know that it's a serious affair. As far as protecting their progeny, their lives, their ancestral lands, if they, this is, the thing about this Muslim ticket, They're being disrespected because a lot of people think they don't have that many people there that are Christians in the north, and that is a miscalculation. So my advice to Dogara and Baba Shalawal, obviously they're doing the right thing, is to make sure that their people come out, because this is like an informal census. That's the way census is taken in Nigeria. If they come out and vote in masses, then they're going to be taken seriously. I know that in in Kaduna, for example, it's probably 50-50 or 52-48 Muslim. Christians with the majority of the thing. But let me go ahead and abandon that for the other panelists and talk about the federal government and ASUU. Obviously, the federal government has a upper hand right now. Okay, we have an adversary system. The federal government have gone to court and they have secured interlocutory injunctions restraining ASUU from taking further steps as far as that strike is concerned. And that judge, according to the Section 47 of the Trade Dispute Act, has a power to do those things. So until the substantive issues are decided, I think the government should be allowed to go ahead and exercise its powers by ordering them back to work until the substantive issues are decided by the judge. So I'm not against that. It should go that route. Now let me quickly go to the demand for the bullet special security equipment. You know, our country is so vulnerable. You know, the suppliers of these kind of vehicles, such as Armor Max, MAX, these people could create demand. I know they attacked the young progressive party senator. So I guess about a month ago, and that's caused the class, the political class and other rich people to demand for these vehicles, because these Americans who are importing or building these vehicles, they could actually create the demand by sabotaging our people, because it's not easy anywhere now. You have a lot of inflation and all kinds of economic hardships, and we don't have anybody protecting us in that country, obviously. So even something as vulnerable as such vehicles are imported and handled by Americans who's never wished us well back there. I'm in America, so I know that the shysters.
That's another angle, and that's quite a strong one, you know.
It is. I'm guessing. I don't have proof for it, but I've been in the United States enough to know that the kinds of characters that we have and that go from America or Britain to Nigeria don't mean us any well. They shouldn't be operating in that kind of business, period. They have no respect for us, and they shouldn't be bringing in armored vehicles into our country, because they could both sabotage, create that chaos, shoot at our politicians who made their money illegally, so that they could then be buying those create the demand, basically. Let's put it that way. I have no proof of it, but I don't put it beyond what they can do. Those things should be homemade. So I don't know what else I'm missing. I know that Mr. Jonathan, ex-President Jonathan, to me, is one of the best presidents in Nigeria's history, but he's probably the worst ex-president, because when he's talking about important issues, he speaks in poetry. But when he's talking nonsense, then he speaks in prose, right? So at the way they removed him from office, he should have done a whole lot more than what he's doing. Shouldn't be sitting on the fence talking about don't vote for somebody who's in a kill you. What does that mean? Almost anybody in Nigeria is in a kill you. So he should be for the youth and have this country taken back. We gave him our mandate, and he sat there, and this Buhari and APC, people like Tinubu, took that from him illegally, took that office from him. he had Jega he was so naive. So after all these years, some people believe that he even considered joining APC, even though that didn't materialize. But he was a great president. I mean, he didn't have the backbone to do what he's supposed to do, but he was a civilian and a Democrat. But since he left office, his role has been lukewarm, milk toast. Thank you very much. Emma, we can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. Thank you for that, Mr. Pansas. Mr. Chooks, let's start with the breaking news.
Yeah, good morning, Emma. Good morning, fellow panelists and those watching us from around the world. Could you remind me the breaking news?
NUC, others, pro-chancellors to resume back to school, to open back the universities. This came in this morning.
Okay. This is you know, this kind of a thing. One of my friends says, impossible is nothing for Nigeria. Okay. I don't know what they think education is. How can you order lecturers to go back to school? To do what? To teach or to, I don't know. How can, imagine you ordering me to go and teach somebody. What do you expect me to do to that person? You know, no matter how professionals they are, that will have effect on their teaching. You know, all these illegalities. That's why when people question, what is it called, our judicial system, you know, you don't have anywhere to start defending them, you know, because all these judges, I'm not a lawyer, okay, but I know where I'm living today, that kind of a thing cannot happen without, you know, hearing the case proper. This is not a matter you just go to court and get injunction. I'm sorry. This is the most important matter in our lives. Who teaches our presidency? Who teaches our engineers? Who teaches our doctors? It's these same people. So this kind of profession cannot be joked with. The federal government is, all they care is muscle out people. You know, muscle out people. Before they threaten them to disband them. Okay, if you disband them today, you'll start recruiting new ones, or what? Where is the experience? If you go to look for jobs in Nigeria today, you are asked of experience. So if they disband them now, and most of them definitely were, I mean, they don't even understand what they're doing, because these teachers, they are professionals. Not just professionals. They might not have certificate to be a doctor, but who taught the doctors? They can go in, they can easily go into other fields. So I don't understand, you know. Well, like the Pansa said, let them, you know, because for our children, let them go back to school, you know, till they determine the distance. But if you're asking me where I stand on this, right, I stand with us 100% until something is done, because I don't believe in this education. Look at it. If we come to UK today with a Nigerian certificate, you will put back to rigorous test, and guess what? Most of them fails this. Okay. Most of them don't even fail on their professional this thing. They fail just English. I have so many of them here that are doctors and nurses. They can't go to those employment direct because they fail to make the English. They make their professional bodies exam. They make those ones, but the English, common English we're talking about. it becomes a problem for them. So when we talk about education, these people, I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know. In fact, I don't know even why I start with this, because it makes me annoyed when I reason what is going on with ASUU. Most of us ran away from that country because we can stay home more than we can stay home. Maybe you have a 4 years course or 5 years course, you end up spending 6-7 years. That's why so many of us ran away from that country, and it's still going on till today. So for me, I just want them to sort this once and for all, not leave it to next government and next, because this is how it's been. It started from the military. They left it for Obasanjo, he couldn't. Jonathan couldn't. Yar'Adua couldn't. Jonathan couldn't. And now Buhari couldn't. They need to do something. We cannot continue to do the same thing and wait a different result. I will move on to Jonathan. Well, for me, he might be the best Democrat, but not the best president. Because I am heaping all the blames that is happening today on Jonathan for the single reason that he refuses to do the needful while in office. Jonathan knew that Boko Haram sponsors were in his government. He said it by himself. He did nothing. Jonathan wasted our money in 2014 confab, and he did nothing with it. Only recently was he interviewed, and he said, I was waiting to come to the second listen for him to sign it. Is that an excuse he should be giving Nigerians? That is, for him coming out, even like his Pansat said, coming out to speak in riddles, it doesn't make any sense. If you want to talk to Nigerians, first of all, come out, apologize for those things you didn't do. I never heard him apologize for that. He need to apologize first, then speak. Speak. Say it as it is. Say it as it is. There's no need hiding. He knew what was going on in APC. He knew what was going on in PDP. He was a member of PDP. If he's still not a member of PDP, what happens to the agreement of zoning? He should come out and speak and say it as it is. When these people talk to us, I don't even know what they think we are. We reason better than them. If they don't know, we reason better than them. Whatever they come up to say, right? We reason better than them. Just like the last one you said about APC fake bishops, right? You need to hear the interview Sheung granted what is his name? Festus Kayamo. You need to hear him. He was just harassing Sheung. And I don't blame him, because our press has become a problem since 1999 to date. I'm not sure it's the same press that I had the way they fought the military that is still in existence today. You need to hear the way he answered him, telling him, someone was asking him, are you determining what to ask you? And he was bold to say, hey, you don't talk about the fake bishops. I mean, the impunity in APC and the PDP and these politicians, I think the youth needs to get up right now.
All right, thank you. Thank you for your submission, Mr. Chooks. Thank you for being here too. And yes, to you watching, thank you for being here. Thank you for coming to reason with other well-meaning Nigerians. Welcome to Niger Watch. I welcome you. Please do also like this broadcast. Yes, the likes are very discouraging and worrying. It just tap on the thumbs up on your screen, please. Don't tap twice, just once is enough. Also, come into the studio, share your submissions, and support this platform. Yes, please support this platform by clicking on the dollar sign to the right in the comment section. But let's begin with the likes, ladies and gentlemen. Please, thank you. Let me take this comment. Hi, Jacob Obedient. How are you doing? I see you, my brother. Thank you for being here. Jacob Obedient says, how can lecturers that have not been paid be compelled to go back to classrooms? How can you force teachers to teach people? What are they going to teach? We should be very, very worried of the kind of graduates, the kind of leaders that will be produced in another 5 to 7 years. How do we correct this? If these lecturers are forced to go back to school, how do we correct this? How do we correct this? Mr. Kennedy, how are you doing today, sir? Good evening.
Thank you very much, madam. Nice to be here. I believe you're skipping 115. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's just as it's on my screen.
Okay. Should I go on or?
Just go on, please.
Okay. Thank you very much. Good evening, viewers. Good evening, co-panelists. I always make my own very, very snappy. First of all, our brother Pansa spoke well about the federal government and ASUU. Federal government going to court to acquire interlocutory injunction to make sure these lecturers go back to class. But a very, very profound lawyer, son, Mr. Femi Falana, I think he is a lawyer standing for the ASUU, behalf of ASUU. I think he has said the judicial court, I think is it the no, is it labor court?
Industrial court?
Industrial court, yeah, they don't have rights, they don't have jurisdiction to entertain such a suit because this is not a labor dispute. That's why they have taken the case to I think Supreme Court for final judgment. But anyway, I think the government is going to lose out. It's very unfortunate that the government, who has refused to, take their part of the bargain, they have not been able to, protect their part of the bargain. They are taking ASUU to court. You cannot force people that have not been receiving salaries to go back to class. It's not possible. They should just honor the part of the bargain, and the lecturers will be ready to go to class. Secondly, the PFN, I think PFN is the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, if I'm not mistaken.
You're right, sir.
Yes, and this APC. I don't know what I don't know who they think they are. They just do things the way they like. They don't even adhere to common sense, like what the last speaker said about. If you go to my Facebook, you see that I posted. I shared the channel's interview. Kayemo, whether Festus Kayemo, he used to be a very good guy, but now he's behaving like a tout. It was even all the statements were very derogatory. He was even trying to insult the Northern Elders Forum. I think the speaker, I think his name is Hakim or something. He just behaved anyhow. So I think this APC, they've secluded, they've removed the Osibajo, they removed Dogara, they removed all these Christian people. I think the former secretary to the federal government, because they are against the Muslim ticket. APC is in trouble, I think. But anyway, I quite appreciate the way they are going, so that they give us the leeway to take over the presidency. Whatever they want to do, they should do. And I think the Northern Elders have, just made it clear that if they are not respecting them, they will not vote. The Northern Bloc will not vote for APC. Sorry. The other one is, Mrs. Emma, you said people should give way to firefighters when there's fire incidences. I don't know the way you're talking about. When there's no way, because we Nigerians will always say God will make way when there's no way, but not in when there are no roads. Which road would the look at? If you go to Benin or even Lagos, you see how the roads are, choked, and how are they going to go? You want the drivers to jump into the rivers or lagoons because the firefighters are coming. In civilized world, what the government provide the service lane, or they have 3 or 4 lanes even in the streets, so that people have the way to meander when there are fire incidences or other issues that the government has to take care of. But in Nigeria, you have a single lane from look, go to Sapele Road in Benin and see when the road is choked. You can even spend 1 hour in going from one junction to the other. So where is the road to give? The people, how are they going to give way? I think the government has a lot to do. I wouldn't blame the citizens for not giving way, because there's no way to give, though. And the bulletproof vehicles, I think Mr. Pansas has dealt solely with that bulletproof vehicles. There was a time, these Chinese government, they order planes from presidential jet from America, and the planes were bugged in the sense that they fix listening devices. They will always listen to the Chinese government, whatever they do. So I think that is what the Panzer was trying to elaborate on. So it's always there. So they are the police of the world. They can do anything, and they can create chaos in any country so that their business will flourish. So the Wike's camp, they're trying to bring up Mr. Mimico to replace INSECURITY Yocha. Whatever they want to do is up to them. I think it's enough time Wike, chooses where to go. Stop all the brigandage. Whatever you want to do, if you want to leave PDP, leave PDP. If you don't want to leave PDP, just give us time to do whatever we want to do. So that's what I have for now. Thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Kennedy, thank you for your submission. Yes, thank you. I have questions on here from Michael Curry saying, please tell me how these lecturers will repay their debts. And Michael Okere thinks that Jonathan has nothing to apologize for. Nigerian people must take responsibility for their past electoral actions. All right. You're just joining in. Welcome to Newspaper Review on Niger Watch. My name is Ima, and I am always here every Monday through to Saturday, 10 a.m. Nigerian time. Please do also join me always. And we have the chat coming up today. The chat is every Monday and Wednesday, 1 p.m. Nigerian time. We have discussions every 5 p.m. Monday to Thursday, and then the debate every 6 p.m. We have the Sunday shows too, guys. Just do well to turn on your notification bell, so for every time Nigeria Watch goes live, you would be notified. Thank you very much for being here, Brother Nice. Thank you for being here, and apologies. Please just take it away with your submission. But let's start with the breaking news.
Yeah, thank you, Ms. Ima. Thank you, all the panelists. I greet you all, those in the comment section. Most of the things that I wanted to say, Mr. Kennedy have said it already, so I don't have much to say anymore. About is it the teachers that said the federal government told to go back to school, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. How will you send a hungry man to go and teach in school? How is he going to concentrate to teach? When he knows after teaching, when he go back home, he has nothing to fall back on. So that one is out of it. The federal government need to do the right thing. They need to do what they have to do. You understand? Because you won't send someone to go and teach when that person have nothing in his house. You don't even know how that person pays bills. You don't know. Then you will tell such person to go to school to go and teach. Then after school, what is he going to eat? Where is he going to lay his head if you don't have house? So those things are the things that government need to put into consideration. So the federal government want to tell me now that this Mieti Allah they gave millions to, they are more important than the teachers. Or the terrorist government in Afghanistan, they lay money to. They are more important to teachers. Or the Niger people, they gave 1.something billion. Those ones are now important to more than those our teachers. So these people should wake up. This is our government. They should wake up. Let me just leave it right there. I don't have much to say about this. Thank you.
All right, thank you for your submission, brother. Nice. Thank you so very much, guys. Please do well to like this broadcast. The broadcasts are very, very low. The likes are very, very low. So please do well to like the broadcast. Thank you very much. And also, someone should please click on the dollar sign already. Thank you very much. All right, Prince Collins. Hi, Prince Collins. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. And you?
I'm doing all right. Thank you very much, sir. Welcome to the broadcast. Let's catch your reaction first on the breaking news that you could touch on two stories.
That's wonderful. Although I came late, I didn't actually listen to what the real news are, but from what they be saying, maybe I want to know what is really happening in terms of what the ex-president said, ex-president Goodluck Jonathan, that brought about it. I don't really know what he has said, but that of the ASUU is not a new thing.
Uh, Good luck, Jonathan, in the just concluded United Nations General Assembly. Admonished Nigerians not to vote for those, say, don't vote for those that will kill you. Those are in his words.
Okay. Yes, with the way Nigeria is going right now, it is evidence to all of them that the change that we have been, aspiring for, the change that we have been talking about is going to come as soon as possible. 2023 is going to be a demonstration of youth emancipation of political atmosphere. Because with what is going on, it shows that before the youths have left the politics for the same cabal that have been there for a very long time, that believe that that place is their father's property, that believe that they can do whatever they want to do and nobody to question them. Those that believe that the security agents belongs to them, they can always manipulate and do whatever they want to do with them. Those that believe that the money, the taxpayer money, the natural resources of Nigeria belongs to them, they can use it the way they want. Those that believe that the youths are nothing but just a mere rag to clean the floor and throw at the side of the door. Those that believe that the rights of the people need to be flinched or at any point in time. It is coming to an end now because the youths have risen. If you look at what is happening, this thing is happening naturally. Originally they said that the obedient, they have no movement, that nothing is going to happen, but they saw the movement, that the movement is the power of the youth right now. So everybody will want to talk to that direction, and even those that are not sent want to pretend that they are in the same track with the youth. That is why whoever that is coming to make statement right now, they are looking at what is happening at the environment and they are judging with it and they are controlling their statement because they don't want to be victim as soon as possible. Because 2023 is going to be the voice of the voiceless against the powerful people, and it's going to be a kind of coalition of strength and power, and we are going to do that through our voters card. Because anytime we speak, anytime the youth of Nigeria speak, it's as if there's no voice in them. And whenever they want to use the democratic system of Nigeria to find solution to the problem, you see them bringing out guns and shoot them, kill them oversight. And that is exactly what happened in NSAS. You saw what happened in NSAS. They turned a peaceful demonstration to a bloody ground. NSAS has become a burial ground, memorial ground for innocent Nigerians that agitated for the right of the people. And we saw what happened in COVID, how Nigeria were dehumanized, how the youths and children, poor Nigerians, were dehumanized by the palliative that was brought in by even foreigners, that brought in by contributors from outside the country, how our politicians held them and kept the palliatives and kept Nigeria in perpetual hunger during COVID, while they kept them at home. We saw how later the palliatives were being used for souvenirs by politicians that were celebrating their birthday and burial ceremony. They saw this. The Nigerians are not blind. They will just keep it quiet. We saw the event of we are seeing the events, and we are still experiencing the event of kidnapping the nation, where there is insecurity everywhere. We are seeing how Boko Harams are killing people in the north. We are seeing how they are dealing with people in the northeast and north central. How they are, destabilizing people, sending them away from their village to become members of a camp here and there. So this one is an evidence to show that the youth need to wake up and take this power by themselves, and they are waking up, and that is keeping these people on balance. That is why you see that they are not stable in any way. The issue of ASUU, government telling ASUU to go back to school. If we look at it, it's not a new thing. They don't care. These people don't care about us. Their kids don't school in Nigeria. Their kids, they are not in any way in the system of Nigeria at all. They are abroad. They are using our hard-earned money to pay the school fees of their children abroad. They don't care. So even if ASUU has to go back there to teach whatever they want to teach, even if they are not doing the right thing, imparting the right knowledge on the kids that are there, they don't care, because their families, they are not there. How much are they spending in subsidy that is scam on monthly basis? The money they spend is subsidy on monthly basis is not up to half of what ASUU is asking. And ASUU is just asking for the betterment of education in Nigeria. Nigeria doesn't even know the value of education. They don't know. If they know the value of education, they will take education as priority and as the utmost priority. But they don't care about all these things. That is what is happening now. If you go to some politicians' house, now I don't want to mention it, they are busy sharing 1,000 people on queue, sharing 1,000 naira for them to buy their destiny. The time has passed. Whatever money they share this time, it will save them. This is the end. This is the end of Sodom and Gomorrah. That's where we are now. 2023 is going to be either bend or break, whether they like it or not. So that is why they want to spend any money. How much did they spend? That is why I stopped talking about the Wike issue that we are talking about PDP, whatever. How much did Wike spend when he became second in the primaries of PDP that he was beaten by Atiku by just a little margin? How much did he spend? How much did he give to his candidate? When people are hungry, people are suffering. That's why they are. This body don't care. They don't care about them. How can somebody be living in luxury where others are suffering, perpetual suffering? Look at the youth. When I saw the youth in Abuja, oh, I don't know how I felt. I can't even explain it. It shows that Nigeria has become a reality. They realize that something needs to be done to make that change. And I'm so glad that this is happening. Whatever they want to do, let them do. Let them let us go and look for Cain and flog ASUU to the class. But their time is limited. This is the end. We are close to the end of the road. So let them do their worst right now. But the end has come. Thank you so much.
Thank you for that submission, Prince Collins. Thank you for being here. And yes, I agree with you. There's an awakening in every sector, yes, and they know that all eyes are on them. You said something that they will not feel the impact of forcing lecturers to go back and teach these people, because none of their own will be benefiting from this act of theirs. So you see, they just go on to have their kids have better education. You cannot say that they don't know the importance, because they know how much they are paying on education, and that's why they will take their time and pick out good schools and pay a whole lot for them to get properly tutored. But back home, it is nothing to write home about. Well, but we have to think as a people. So how then can we give ourselves, our children, our brothers, sisters, how then do we give them good quality education? Because left for these ones, we would always be in these positions, why they will always be the ones high up there, having the advantage of everything.
Yeah,
so
that
we
is
have
why
think about it. The striking
yeah, that
will
is
just not help us, but we have to look for a way that would help us. They can't stay out of school forever. And if this federal government wants to continue like this, so what is going to be the fate of us having doctors, lawyers, professionals? What's the fate?
okay. Yeah, that's it. That is why we must make that change now. Our what do you call the voters card will make that change,
Right.
because we have decided to choose democracy as a government that we need. So we don't
All
have
right.
any other power apart from that voters card. So they should
All
go and
right.
vote them out.
Thank you. As you've heard from my panelists, and you would agree, the only thing that you and I can do is to vote right. We have to vote. We have to vote very, very right this time around. Mr. Machiavelli.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and to everyone. My co-panelists, thank you so much for the great submissions that you all have done. And to those in the comment section, I greet you all. And to those in the concerned citizens around the globe, I greet you. You see, he said a stubborn disease deserves a stubborn treatment. Now, Nigerians, open your ears. Oh, those who wants to hear, let them hear. During all these things we're talking about now, especially the ASUU one, is it is the most prioritized one. Now, let me give you a scenario. All these political parties that are coming now, how many of them have spoken about this ASUU strike apart from the Labour Party? APC, 0. PDP, 0. All other ones, 0. Now, the person negotiating with us, representing the federal government, which is it not the Labour Minister, Chris Ngige? Okay, now during the presidential, as when everybody was eyeing to become a president, was Ngige not part of the aspirant? Was Ngige not part of the aspirant? Now, how much money was the form for? Now, tell me, now Nigerians, now look. This is how it becomes very clear to you that these people does not actually want to tell you where you are going to. Because the indoctrination is too much, you are now much educated than them. So it becomes like a tit for tat. Ngige went to pay almost 1 billion to collect the form. This is the person negotiating for the federal government for ASUU to have a peace deal, right? He couldn't do it. He wants to become the president. Who you want to govern? Oga.
100 million.
Okay. Let's leave that one aside. Now talk about the flag bearer of APC. Has he ever talked about ASUU one day? No. But he said he wants to give you Agbado and recruit 50 million so that you can go and join the army and kill everybody who kill themselves. Now let's forget that one. The PDP side, as Atiku said he went to Semeboda. He went to buy 504. How he was bringing rice and everything. That is what he's talking about. Even the same wicked that everybody is clamoring, it's a giant. It's a giant. Has he ever spoken to us? You saw his picture when he was with his children in the States or in Canada. He hanging with them when they were busy collecting their degree. Right? Now he's talking about his party thing. He's not concerned about the ASUU. These are the people. Now, even the Jonathan talking to you. Is he not part of the government that has ruled this country? Now listen to this, so it's very sweet. Because this negotiation with the APC government failed. That is why he's telling you now that don't go and vote for anybody. Since you left government, how long have you started your campaign to tell the Nigerians to say, wake up? Where I go, not be small, not be seat where you go sit down. He gets something where he did there. You need to take back. I did tell you one day, because what Prince Collins said, because they are going to use your movement to achieve their goal, they will sneak under the umbrella and tell you, oh, my brother, man, I don't vote this side, or guy, you they sleep where you did there. Why you not tell them? Why you not tell Nigerians when? Now you seen the Messiah coming, all of them want to join the queue. Thank you very much, sir. Even the Festus Keyamo talking to you, is Keyamo by profession? Is he not a lawyer? Was he not educated? Was he indoctrinated? Now this is where it gets sweet. Because all of them has been compromised. They need to join that queue to maintain that status quo, which you are trying to break. You cannot tell me to say because I'm a teacher and you need to go back to school. You are ordering me. You cannot order me. You cannot order me because it suits you. It will also suit me. Ever since this ASUU strike has been lingering. I remember back in 2000, I think in 2000 to 2019, 2000 to 1999 to 2019, there was an ASUU strike that lasted for almost more than 1 year. This thing has been lingering. So you cannot continue indoctrinating these people. Let them go back and pay who? So the negotiation, I will go and be teaching. You are negotiating until this government will leave. Another government will come and say, how are we going to sort it out? Who is stupid? So ASUU, the painful part of it is that my brothers and sisters who are supposed to stay home, But ASUU must take every means to make sure they don't go back. Let everybody be there. We must negotiate and they must put a stop to this thing. That is my own first. Because you cannot tell me to go back without paying my money. So those days, those things that you think these people can be eat, they are eating what? Suffering. Some of you have not been to Nigeria. Go and see the way the suffering is. Go and see the way the suffering is. Even a lecturer is begging for money. Now these people, if you force them to go back, I swear to God, Nigerians, you will see a mass exodus of professors leaving Nigeria. I'm telling you now because they are going to seek greener pastures abroad. And who is losing? Nigeria. And who is gaining? Wherever they are migrating to. We must be very careful, especially those who are still queuing on these people. No way. Festus Keyame was talking the other day. I just laugh because they keep to indoctrinate you and tell you don't have the right. This is somebody who is a lawyer by profession, who understands, who interprets the law. Is still giving, hey, Nigeria, who do us like this? Who do it? Never is who will open our eye. Say, the thing done too much for this soup.
And to think that this Keyamo was speaking against this government, calling them out for their ills until he got an appointment with them.
Bangam, that is to maintain what? This status quo. You forget. You have whenever you join in queue.
He's not even qualified for the job. He was just brought in to stop talking about the government.
Why do you think he's being the spokesman now? Is to maintain whatever position he has now. All these people that are talking on the media, I'm supporting this one. It is for a ministerial post or any appointment. It is not for your own good or the good of Nigerians. This is why I tell them, all those people that want to jeopardize the youth, this movement, they should be careful because the wrath of God, when you go forth on ahead, boto. Hey, you don't know what it is because you have enslaved these people, the pains, the agony, those people who died, everything metamorphosed into this group. This will not be mayhem, though. So they should just, you see them, all of them coming to tell you, Mona not vote for this one. And the other one, even can the other PFM can, all of them, they are play. See, Mokuna play game the way una like. But like I tell you, when injustice becomes a law, resistance becomes a duty. Now, so now they see now woto. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Machiavelli, for coming on here and for your submissions. No truer words have been said on this issue. Thank you so very much. Ladies and gentlemen, the need for us to vote right, the need for us to look beyond tribalism, the need for us to look beyond personal relationships with these people, what you are gaining. Don't just look at what you are gaining. Look at what Nigeria will gain from these people. This is not a good time for us to be selfish in our decisions. No, this is not. This really is not a good time for us to play that card. We need to play our cards very, very right this time around. Michael Okere says Nigerians must stand behind Labour Party to wrestle power out of the hands of cabals. So let's roll, guys. And Jacob Obedience says there is too much hunger in the country. A hungry man is angry man, and lecturers cannot teach with empty stomach. I can't even imagine the wrath or the anger that these people would be teaching with. They're not doing this wholeheartedly. Plus, after all their sacrifice, after everything they have done there, I can imagine them grumbly or taking out the. So parents are really going to release their children to go back to school. So with this kind of, in this atmosphere, well, parents, I think they should have a rethink of that. Mr. Jonoche, thank you so very much. Thank you. Good morning to you. Thank you for the super sticker. Thank you. Thank you so very much. God bless you, Mr. Jonoche. Thank you very much. All right, guys, we have the chat today by 1 p.m. Do well to turn on your notification bell and be here with me. Let's discuss. Over last week, a couple of things happened, and we need to begin to ask these questions. Just last week or 2 weeks ago, EFCC were called out that there are lots of drug cartels, running, and a presidential candidate was fingered in being connected or being a drug baron or running a drug cartel mightily in Nigeria. The gist was so hot and popping that people were like, wow, mainstream media not taking these stories. There were questions like that. and people were clamoring, and things were dug out. And in a very surprising turn of events, all of a sudden, from nowhere, EFCC would make a world-breaking drug bust that ran into billions of naira.
To maintain the status quo.
Yes, and while we are hailing these people, what came off as a surprise was there was no gun battle, nothing. It was quiet. Nobody gave a fight. Who would keep that amount of drug and not have security? At least, even if it is not from the security officials, right, from NDLEA, even if it is not from this people, what are from rivals, from their rival colleagues or business partners that would want to outplay them? Nothing, no gun was found in the scene of the things that was recovered. It just looked like they neatly, guys, this conversation is for the chat. Coming to the chat today, and we would analyze these things. We dey watch film now, Abi, and we see the way they do all these things. Even when they confront as little as ESN is or IPOB, we see a lot of things. We see military uniform, we see police uniform, we see guns, but a whole cartel busting the world's largest ever. That was world breaking. So we need to be asking questions. So coming to the chat today, do well to turn on your notification bell. Let's talk about the things that has played out in the past week. Who else do I have here? Mr. Majid. Mr. Majid, how are you doing, Mr. Majid? Good to have you here.
Hey, how are you, Amma?
I'm well, thank you, Mr. Majid. Please take it away with your submission. I'm sorry, there's somebody here who has their mic on. Please, do well to put your mic on. All right, Mr. Majid.
I should go on.
Yes, sir.
Okay. First, I think I didn't hear much, but from the things every other person was saying, I understood what they are saying, what the topic was all about. When it comes to ASUU and our leaders, one thing you understand that whatever that is happening in Nigeria now is because of incompetency. Everybody is incompetent in every position they are. It's only incompetency will make whole Nigeria. You know, our biggest institution went on strike for almost 7 months, and we have somebody like Kemo who said he's a lawyer who benefited from the same school that brought him where he is today. He's telling us that they want to come back to they want to come back again. So what are you going to be campaigning with? You said Tunumbu has good record in Lagos and because he's good in putting people in position. So you want to tell us that he left Lagos 23 years ago and still has say in who governs Lagos. That means you're telling us the kind of person he is and also telling us what you people are going to campaign on. No, nothing more, nothing, just like that. And some people are excited to still vote when you see incompetency, like you see it like this coming, and you're still looking at it and say, let's just do it because he's from my tribe, he's from here, he's from there. You know, incompetency has been the reason why Nigeria is still like this. Because I can't see it, I can't blame it on anybody. Even those who are supposed to be smart, they compensate them with giving them ministerial appointments. That is where the below they can go. Why somebody who is really you is not even a degree holder or even a common school start. That's what he's using to rule you. And when he gives you order, you follow it to the latter. Why won't our education system be very poor? When we have not been electing people who know the value of education. When people who know the value will go there, they forget the reason why they are going there in the first place and start misbehaving. Please, can you give me one reason why somebody will borrow money, build railway from here to Niger? In what way do you want that kind of project to in what impact is it going to put in our economy? This is the money you're supposed to use and put it in education. About almost 40 million children that is not in school can benefit from that kind of project that they wasted money in that place. No economic impactment in that project. So why won't we keep voting people like that into office? So when everybody talks like this, I just blame it in all of us, because we will keep on putting people who we know they are not competent, but because we are going to benefit, or they are our brother, they are somebody related to us, we will just fold our hands like that and still vote them into power. And that is what is playing out. So once and for all, let Nigeria try to vote in leaders that can, even if they cannot do 100%, let them know the basic things that we, the Marxists, need. All we need is just light, good security, education system, good road. That is basic thing they can provide. It's not much. They can do it, but they can't, because they know that once 4 years they will come back to us with ethnic bias and religious issues. We will face it and forget to ask them what they gave to us in 4 years they went there. They will put confusion just like they're doing now. We'll be focusing on discussing drug barrel, breaking in, or so. Why we forget the main issue? What are you going to do? All these things you see them do are distraction, just to focus our attention into another thing, not asking question what you're going to do. We need details in everything now. This is no longer before. You just vote somebody without asking question. We have seen what that did to us in Buhari regime. Many people died. Many things, people are no more eating very well. We need to ask questions. Let's just let whatever they are doing to distract us, let's forget it and keep asking them, what do you want to do? I love the question now, even the press are asking them. They're making them understand that their own political party has not performed very well. I like the way they are trying to defend themselves, even though they know that they cannot. But that is putting them in a hot seat. It's time they should be like that. Let everybody sit up. Don't vote anybody because you know he's from your place. Vote somebody because he's competent. Even in your place where you know that you have governorship, you have councillors. Vote them because they are competent. Don't just vote them for sentiment. Please,
All right.
Nigeria needs. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Majid, for your submission. Okay. Mr. Majid, please do also put your mic on mute. All right, thank you. Please, if you're dialing in your turn to speak and you have another device you are listening to us with, kindly tone it down. Take it all the way down for the sake of feedback and the static noise. Please, thank you very much. Okay, guys, if you're just joining us, please do also like this broadcast and turn on your notification bell. Do not forget, we'll be coming back here by 1 p.m. To discuss the things that has happened in this our Nigeria, in this boo-boos Nigeria. Okay, Mr. Chubuzo, it's been a while. How have you been, sir?
Emma, how are you doing?
Okay, so I good to have you here.
Yeah, the program you are just highlighting, it was cocaine bust, the drug bust, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let me just highlight a little bit on that. You know, Nigeria.
Chubuzo,
Okay.
we're discussing this by 1 p.m. No, not on this. By 1 p.m.
Okay.
Nigerian time.
Okay.
Today, by 1 p.m.
Okay.
Let's catch a reaction of the breaking news. The federal government has ordered the pro-chancellors, vice chancellors, everybody should go back to resume the school.
Oh, okay. But the funny thing is, it's not about going to school the problem, or court order is that problem. Even the magistrate in the court there, I believe he received his salary. Government meet his mandate also. And these people are asking you, I mean, the ASUU is asking the government to do the appropriate things so that they can be able to work efficiently. And the government is not doing that, forcing them. You see, these are the kind of government the people are rejecting. Government does not listen, but they are forcing things on the people so that the people will obey them. You don't do that thing in a democratic nation. You know, we have seen this thing in Buhari regime, which is currently, and is still repeating and happening right now. So these people are not getting their demand, and you are forcing them to go back and start teaching. That is not okay. That is not good. Government have to come and do something for these people. This is the kind of thing they said, oh, we are going to fight corruption. We are going to fight criminality. All this impact is the genesis of corruption and the criminality. Because if these guys are not doing, they are not getting what they need to operate, definitely they will look elsewhere, whether violently or any way of meeting their own demand. So government have to do something. It's not about forcing them to. They are ready. That's why they are there. They're willing to go to school. They're willing to teach people. They're willing to resume their job. But government are not doing things they're supposed to do. This government is a deaf government. They don't understand what leadership is all about. They think leadership is all about when people protest, you carry army, then you start shooting, then the people will listen to you. This is the government the people don't want. When people raise their matter, government don't want to listen. They use violence, and this is what people don't want. So what government is supposed to do is to reach their demand and make sure that these people resume school, resume their teaching, so that everything will go normal. But government are still using that order of military. You must do this, you must do that. People are working to succeed. They are not working to fail. And the government are making these people to fail. I believe that ASUU shouldn't even go listen to them. Let them go and hire their own professional from abroad, or go to the military barrack and go and bring military to go and teach. I mentioned this thing last time. These people are professionals. You don't toy around with them. And government are still raising shoulder with these people. They are not much. These people are completely professionals. This is what people are not getting it. Without these people, Buhari wouldn't be where he is today. Without these people, whoever is called Kayamo cannot be where he is today. These are professionals. Please, let us give these people the courage to stand their ground, because this thing will keep on happening. If they go back to school, tomorrow they will resume back again. Let them just shut it down completely until government come to their knees and get agreement with these people, so that everything will go normal. So this government is not a government that supports education actually. Please, let us reason with these people and make sure they go back to school. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that, Mr. Chibuzo. Thank you very much. Thank you for your submission. Thank you also to you, Mr. Jonoche. Thank you so very much. God bless you, Mr. Jonoche. Your generous donations this morning. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. And yes, Mr. Jonoche is saying, we in Annabra that have contributed intellectuals that served Nigeria and are good in business, the criminals that have been ruling never see it necessary to build a railway for us. Rather, they okay. Thank you for being on this broadcast, Mr. Jonoche. Mommy Diaspora, I see you. Thank you for being here, Mama. God bless you. Jacob Obedient, thank you for being here. Thank you, Mr. Vine Maxwell. Thank you, and I hope to see you by 1 p.m. Yes, Michael, how are you doing? Happy New Week. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. I think I don't get this name right, but this is Mr. Rita or Mirita. Thank you for being here. Thank you for always being here. I hope to get your name right. So I hope you click on the link someday and teach me how to say your name. But thank you for being here. Pansat HD, thank you for being my first panelist today. Thank you for being here. Thank you to Yiksha. How are you doing, Yisha? Thank you for being here. Chinoye, thank you for being here. Gribble, thank you for being here. Michael Okere, how are you doing? Good to see each and every one of you. Thank you for being here today. I appreciate you. Osagovo, how are you doing? James Morgan, how are you doing? Osagovo, I have not read from you today. I hope you are well. Thank you for being here. Mr. Edolite, man of God, it's been a very, very long time. I hope you are well. Father Evangelist, man of God, I hope you people are doing just well. Mr. Collins, Mr. Charles, You guys are my people, and I'm giving a special shout out to you, Mr. Akim. I hope you are well. Kingsley, thank you for being here. I truly do appreciate you. Oh, your time. Oh, Sagbova, I see you right here. Good morning to you too. Tony South, thank you. Chooks, hi Chooks. You were engaging and you just ran away. Thank you for being here to each and every one of you. I truly do appreciate. Thank you guys. Always be obedient by liking this broadcast, sharing, and inviting someone onto the broadcast. Do well to turn on your notification bell. Today we go to talk. Oh, today we go to analyze this movie where they ask for Nigeria, and we will let our government know that we are looking at you people. We have our eyes on you people. All this drama you people are doing, we know, we see it, and we refuse to be called fools anymore. We are Nigerians and not fools. We cease to be seen, or if you are going to lie to us, try and put in some efforts. We have intellectuals in this country. We'll be sharing some stories today. We'll be sharing some scenes. Come, let us analyze these things. Yes, please come into the broadcast by 1 p.m. Let us analyze these things. We have come to the close of our newspaper review. I'll be coming on to my panelists for them to give their submissions to Nigerians. I think I want in your 1 minute submission to tell Nigerians literally the best way to fix the country. Mr. Pansat.
Thank you again. It was delightful. Let me join you in greeting Mommy. She's works very hard for this platform, and I'm very proud of her. Now, I'm going to close with a couple of items. First, let me reiterate that whilst I share the concern for ASUU, I'm on their side here. But let's also understand that this is just a procedural setback for Mr. Falana, who's representing them. It's not the substantive issue that hasn't been decided. That's going to be decided. So I don't think it's the worst thing in the world to have students go back. It's in 7 months since the decision is forthcoming. They could always go back and compensate them for whatever losses. So the government pursued it, and they got successful with his judge. He's got a Jewish name for whatever reason. Judge Hammond, Justice Hammond, or whatever his name is. But it's sound. He has the power to issue that order, and he did. So, but it's ASUU is well represented in the capable hands of Falana Chambers, and we'll see how he rules on that. But let me use the balance of my time to iterate. Let's take stock of what OB has accomplished so far. Okay, for sure, he has transformed the political dialogue in our country. He's pushed his agenda to the forefront of the larger discussion. Of course, the impetus is his unrelenting focus on two broad areas of our national dysfunction: the corrosive corruption, which he talks about in many ways, trying to save money in the campaign, and also try to talk about our politics, how it abets rather than ameliorates the economic inequities and dislocation we have in our country, giving us collective sense of opportunity and hope to come. So we're looking forward to those. Now, to the youth, passion is an important ingredient in any political success. So I see a lot of it. I want it sustained. There are other times that I'm going to be talking to our youth. It's very important that we get this thing done right. So far, they're doing an excellent job, and I'm very proud of all of them. So with that said, let me go ahead and yield the rest of my time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Pansat. I hope to see you later on in the day. Thank you for your submission. Thank you for your time with us. Thank you. All right, Mr. Chooks.
Yes. Thank you once again, Emma. Every one of us have, both in the comment section, have said it all. We live in a country whereby the people who are supposed to, take care of us are bullying us left and right, and that's think with the 2023 coming, we have a chance to make amends because if I understand somebody who is as educated as a Keyamo to come on air and harass journalists, harass everybody, these are people who are running their mouth during the time of the what is it called, the military, the Obasanjos, the Jonathans, and they know what I tell people something now, right? You see, all these guys messing about, it's not because they want to do that. The problem is they are all corrupt. And because you are corrupt, we remember Obasanjo, how he dealt with so many of them. When he asks you to do something and you refuse to do it, he will ask EFCC to get on your back. And you have to cooperate with him. This is the problem. I think all of them are suffering. But with Obi coming on board now, because I can see anybody coming after him, because if they should come after him, this is their golden opportunity to come after him before the security agency. I think he's gonna do well, except if he goes there and think like Jonathan, because I heard somebody says Jonathan has nothing to spend on something, and that thing is dumped. You're not supposed to apologize. I mean, it's except if he's gonna come on board and behave as if he's just a Democrat. He just want everything to have their way. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for your submission, Mr. Chooks. Brother Nice, please. Brother Nice?
Yeah, yeah, I'm here. I thought it was Mr. Kennedy before me. Okay. All right. What do I have to say? I have nothing to say. The only thing that I just want to say is that the last brother said he was talking about this administration don't really have they don't have this thing for, I don't know what the way he said it. He said they don't really care about education and all that. The last time I still said the same thing. I said this administration this is the result of voting a Kauriera as a president. So the man knows nothing. He don't care about this thing. I wish people were talking about cow now. This man will be the first person to put money into it. So as far as not concerning cow, this man he's not going to do anything about it. So that is just for that. So let Nigerians do the right thing. That's all. Thank you. See you later.
Thank you. All right, Brother Nice. Thank you. Mr. Kennedy.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much once again, co-panelists. I want to appreciate the Nigerian youth, the entire Nigerian populace, for being able to sustain this momentum, this Obidati Labour Party momentum that is ongoing. I was surprised when the rally took place in Abuja. I could see probably up to 3, 4, 5 million people having a rally in Abuja. And the government of Lagos is trying to stop the rally that is coming up in Lagos on the 1st of October. I want to appeal to the citizens, the entire citizenry of Nigeria, to sustain the momentum. And those of us living abroad, to support them back home for them to be able to sustain the momentum. And I want to reiterate too, I want to send a very, very strong warning to Peter Obi, like somebody has sent to him. He goes around apologizing for the behaviors of those of us that are talking strong about other people that are going against him. Well, I appreciate him for that, that he's a politician. But somebody has sent a message to him. If you, Obi, said nonsense about Labour Party and this movement, we will come for you. So this is not about Obi anymore. This is about the survival of the Nigerian nation. So Obi and Dati, you guys should be very careful not to say shit about this movement, because we will come for you. So what I'm trying to say is we are all on the same plane. what we try to do is to take back our country from all these charlatans that have, taken Nigeria to the doldrums. So thank you very much. Keep the momentum. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
I say amen to that, Mr. Kennedy. Thank you very much for that. Mr. Fansat, you seem to be having a good laugh. Thank you for that, Mr. Kennedy. Thank you for being with us on this broadcast. Thank you very much, sir. Prince Collins, please, in 1 minute, give your submission. All right, Mr. Majid.
Yeah, you say what, Amma?
Give your 1 minute submission.
Okay. I will say.
Okay, I'm on now. And when you finish, you call me. I was trying to unmute.
Mr. Majid, please go. Mr. Majid, go on.
Okay. I would say that I like the recent development in terms of campaign, that things have really changed. I think the way it is now is very good, that they are trying to answer questions, and people are trying to ask questions. This is what we should be doing, and we should force them to speak further. We should force them to say what they want to do, not I would do, because anybody can come and say I would do. Do you have the will to do all those things you say you want to do? So right now, I like the fact that their ideology has changed from the way they used to do. They will go and be roasting corn on the main road with market women, going to school to eat rice, stuff like that, buying things on the main road, talking to us on the main road. Those things have changed. I love the fact that nobody gives a damn about it, and they are not even doing it this time around. Check their ways. They are now talking to us. So that's because somebody made us to know there is something is wrong. And the more we ask questions, man, you got to give us answer. So that's what I want to say. Let's keep doing that. It's really, really giving much positive things. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for the information. All right, Prince Collins, if you're still with us.
Okay, yeah. Thank you very much, everybody. We have spoken well. I really appreciate what Nigeria Watch is doing, and Nigeria Watch family. I want to congratulate us for taking the right step at the right time, and I want to thank those that are, constantly in the line of truth, and in supporting the way of true democratic principles. Those that are really, taking their time to make sure that things are, better for others. Most especially when you kind of sell away your own time that would have used for yourself to make sure that things are better for others. It shows that you are a contributor to nation building. So I want to appreciate every one of us in all ways that we are contributing. I will say that I think the insensitive nature of our politicians have made them to be very, very sensitive of revolutionary events, because they are being carried away by selfish interest. If they look at what is happening now, I think it would have been a time for them to actually, if APC wanted to actually support Tinubu's candidacy, this would have been a time they would have solved this issue of ASUU and all that. If they are not selfish, it's just that what I know is that if God wants to punish you, He will allow you to do the right thing, just like God did to the children of Israel while they were in Egypt. He made King Pharaoh to pay deaf ear to the right thing to do, and at the end of the day, they perished in the Red Sea. That's exactly what's going to happen in 2023. So it's going to be an example of such event, And what I want to actually tell our people back home, every one of us, we should do our best to make sure that we don't sell our vote. We should do our best to make sure that we don't sell our conscience. Anytime we do that, we are selling our right. We are selling our right to life, right to democratic principle, right to health, right to free government participation, right to free job, right to everything. When we sell it at the rate of maybe 1,000 or 2,000, even if it is 20,000 naira, it doesn't worth it. We should also know that when we sell our vote, we are selling the right of our future generation. So when you sell your vote and allow somebody to come in, you have no right to question that person. Just like when you sell a property at any amount that you have agreed on, you don't have right over that property anymore. And that is the change the youth are trying to do right now. If you see what is happening, Obi is even watching the way most of us are watching what the youth are doing right now is just the way Obi himself is watching people doing these revolutionary activities. So we should make sure that we don't sell our rights so that we'll be able to question any government that comes in to do the right thing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prince Collins. Thank you for being here. And I hope to have you on the chart today. I hope to have you, and you also on the chart today. I'll be here waiting for each and every one of you. You people should come and see American wonder that is playing out in our father's land. We need to call out these people and inquire from them what they are doing. Yes, we need to question the NDLEA, the AFCC, the police. Yes, we need to begin to touchlight into these areas. Just maybe there will be a reform there, or who knows, the next unveiling that will be happening in that sector. Thank you for being on this broadcast with me. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so very much. Mr. Chubuzo.
Yeah, thanks once again. Yeah, what is happening is like as we're speaking since Nigeria, you can see the model of leaders that we're having in the country. Look at last time when Buhari went and give license gun to his own domain. Those people who are crying the most, they need the gun. He refused to give license, and nobody is talking anything about all these things. So this is the kind of politics we're playing in Nigeria. Buhari doesn't have Nigerians' interest in his leadership. All these things he's doing is just a formality. He's not interested, So what happened is, well, let us see how everything will play out for now. But as we are seeing it physically, because I was broadcasting last night, I said, listen, Obi movement have taken over. Obi said, I won't give anybody shishi. I'm not giving anybody money. But this is the candidate that people are investing their own money into. They're using their own money to invest, to make sure that this man succeeds power. Then the other ones, they are using their own money to go and buy people to campaign for them. And those people they are going to buy is the same people who are campaigning for Obi. So you can see they have lost the touch, they have lost the ground. All these things they are doing is just the last fight. And they are not going to do anything about it because they have the chance, but they misuse it. So this time around, we are going out there to make sure that the difference is clear. But it's a little bit difficult thing because Nigeria is still, there's a bunch of illiteracies in Nigeria that is very hard for you to convince, for them to turn back in for Obi, to vote Obi in, because they know the APC, the PDP, so, and they are diehard on those parties. So it's very difficult for you to turn their mind and talk to them and make sure that they take the right channel. But anyway, we will see how it plays out. That's my take for now. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Chibuzo, thank you for your submission. Thank you for coming into the studio. I'll be late, but thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. I appreciate all my panelists all day. This is a brand new week. I wish each and every one of you a good success. I wish you good success. I wish a very productive week. All good things, all good things. May none of you lose anything. May none of you lose anything. Thank you. I wish us all a good week. Yes, to you watching, to those in the comment section, I wish each and every one of you good things this week. Thank you for being here. please do well to show, extend an act of kindness to somebody. Yes, please do. Be the reason why someone wears a smile on their face. Let your light so shine bright amongst men. Yes, yes. But you see, it is your light. Let it start with you and your family first, and then extend it to other people, please. Thank you so very much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I cannot wait to see you by 1 p.m. Make una enter studio, make we talk these things, make we dissect, make we analyze all these things and bring to the public. And let's show these people that these people are up to something that is no good for us. All of these drugs, who has been taking it? How did it come into the country? How did custom let it slip past them? Who is going to pay for this? After this cocaine bust, somebody is supposed to tender resignation. I thought we started that, right? I thought we started that. Coming to the studio by 1 p.m. I'll be right here waiting for you. Until then, stay safe. And of course, may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Bye for now.